guys, Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. So today we have Venomoth, who is a poison moth Pokemon. It is a poison bug type. If you've never seen the Pokemon before, it looks like it's got very dusty pink wings and a purple body, like purple upper body. Again, very soft purple color, and then yeah, very it's kind of like a really soft white cream color with a very faint pink tinge to it. But yeah, that's that Pokemon, and for some reason when I saw that Pokemon, my brain went, ah yes, a limestone mine. That's exactly what this Pokemon reminds me of. I think it's just because of the colouring that it made me feel like this, but also because like limestone mine, it's I've heard people who work in limestone mines get sick because of the limestone dust, and that's kind of poisonous for your body. But yeah, I thought, why not do a little limestone quarry? But then when I got to building, I was like, what am I gonna do with the quarry? Like, there's not gonna be like, okay, I can put some rocks in, but then what? Like, what am I gonna do beyond that? So I actually turned it into a home. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. It's very over the top. But I don't know, I enjoy it. I like it. I think it is something that's kind of fun. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below on the build once you get to see more of it. I had a lot of fun with this build. It's stuff like this that I don't really get to do or get to try a lot. It's I don't want to say outside my comfort zone, but outside my usual thoughts of build. To build a house into the side of a quarry, a limestone quarry. I mean, to me it's limestone, it's probably not, but yeah, it's just, kind of interesting, kind of different, kind of fun, and I love it. I love how it turned out. I do recognize that I'm kind of leaning into like the sort of fancy bougie kind of builds again, but if you're wanting to see other builds, if you're wanting to see other different things, I know tomorrow's build is going to be very different, a lot more homely, but not all of them are homes, so if you do want to see residential lots, there are residential lots coming up as well. And yeah, that's what I love about this challenge, is it gives you so many different things to deal with, like not to deal with, but like things that you can do. Like you and I could look at the same Pokemon and we could each come up with 10 ideas, but we could come up with 10 completely different ideas that are nothing to do with any idea that, like, I could come up with 10 ideas that you don't come up with at all, and you could come up with 10 ideas that I couldn't possibly even think of. And again, that's what I love about this game. That's what I love about, we could all get the same prompt and build so differently. I mean, look at all the shell challenges people get. People look at a shell and go, oh, I'm gonna build this, or I see that, or like I'm gonna try this, or it's giving me these vibes. And it's just like, how amazing is it that we can see the same box and paint it so differently? It's just, I don't know, it's wild. I love it. I love the fact that, looking at the new pack that's come out, the Business and Hobbies pack, I can take those items and build the bathroom that I am currently building. But someone else can take those same items and build a completely different bathroom with a completely different vibe. And that's, again, I love that so much. I think it's so creative and it's beautiful. And what I also love is that all of the newer stuff is starting to feel more and more like CC, and I love that. I mean, some of the kits that are coming out are working with CC creators, so that makes sense why they feel like CC. It's amazing. And looking at certain aspects of this bathroom, I feel like I used CC in this build, and I didn't. There's not one bit of CC in this build. if you are looking for CC builds, I do them in February. They are the A to Z challenge builds that I do. But if you're not, then yeah, the Pokemon build series are no CC. But yeah, the fact that I feel like I used CC in this build, it gets me every time. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic that we can, you know, sit here and look at these things and be like, wait, this is actually a part of the game? Like, it's not CC. It's beautiful. So, you know, anyone in the Sims team who's listening to this, just want to say I appreciate all the work and effort you've been putting into the new packs. I don't know about gameplay. You know, gameplay could be terrible. I have no idea, but the stuff that you're coming out with, the items, amazing, beautiful, fantastic. Like that hanging plant that I used on either side of the sink, in the sinks in the bathroom, fantastic. I love it. Brilliant. Even the happy birthday door, like that new stuff, the new kitchen stuff, the new doors, the new columns, like everything. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I know there's been lots of criticism for the Sims team over the years, and you know what? Some of it's valid. But I'm all about. I like to be realistic. I like to look at things and be like, you know what? Like, yes, things were bad, but things are getting better. So I'm gonna take the positive view on it, because why wouldn't I? Like, it's easier to be happy. For me, it's easier to choose to be happy than to allow myself to think more negative. It's so much better for me. You know, if you guys are looking at what the Sims team are doing and being like, this should have been done a long time ago, you're entitled to feel like that, and I'm not going to tell you to feel any different. I'm just saying that I feel this way, and I love it, and I'm really appreciative of it. I think, yeah, like that bath, I think this is the first time I've been able to use it, and my goodness, is it amazing. Like, just gorgeous. I want this bath in real life. I don't even like baths. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am someone who likes to shower. I don't like baths. It's got to do with my OCD. I have this extreme fear that this is gonna sound really silly, but I have an extreme fear that a hand is gonna come out of the bath plug and grab me and drag me down to the deep depths of I don't know where. And the idea of that is terrifying. And I have no idea where this fear has come from, because I cannot think of a single moment where I've seen something like that. And I apologize to anyone who I just gave that fear to. But yeah, that's a huge fear of mine, specifically in bathtubs that, like, I don't know how to explain the material, but like just everyday normal bathtub material, like it's like the plasticky material that really, really triggers my OCD and makes me feel like I need to get out. I can't do this. I know some people don't like baths because you're sitting in your own dirt, I guess. But for me, a bath would be a relaxation thing. I think if it was a stone bath, I would be okay, because it's the same with showers. If the shower is tiled or has a stone flooring, not that, I don't know how many showers I've been in that have had a stone flooring, but if it's tiled, I'm fine. If it is that, like, bathtub material, I can't do it. It really, same sort of thing. I feel like it's gonna fall out from underneath me, and I'm just gonna fall. So yeah, it's those material, like the stone or tile is okay, but I don't think I've never seen a tiled bath. But yeah, I think if it was a stone bath, I'd feel a lot better. And I think if I were having a bath, it would be for relaxation purposes, not for cleaning purposes. I think I would have a shower beforehand, or I would have a shower afterwards. But the idea of just sitting there, soaking, relaxing, you know, if there wasn't water, which I know sounds stupid, like if there wasn't water in a bath, but if there wasn't water, I would definitely be reading. But I'm also the sort of person to put my hands under the water and then want to, like, I want to read, but I can't read because now my hands are wet. So yeah, I don't really, I mean, the bathroom I use right now doesn't even have a bath, so it's not really an option. There's a bath in the house that I live in, but it's not, I don't want to say it's not public. If I wanted to go use that bath, I could, but other people use that bathroom and I use my own, so it's, you know, I don't want to intrude on someone else's space, I guess. And also, I think it's got jets in it, and I don't trust baths with jets in it because they rarely get used, and when they do get used, there's a bit of water that sits in the jets and goes a bit yucky, so you have to, like, clean out the bath, and, like, run the jets to clear it out and put, like, cleaning solution and stuff in it. There's, like, a bath cleaning thing for those jets. And yeah, I don't trust that. I don't like the idea of bathing in water that has been sitting there for way too long. So, long story short, I just, generally don't, I was gonna say bathe, but I shower, but I don't bathe myself in a bath. Plus I prefer a shower. I feel like in a bath, I'm just gonna lay there for hours and not get out. You know, the water will go cold and eventually I'll get out, but it'll be such, like, ugh, I was relaxing. Whereas in a shower, it's like, okay, let's get in, let's get clean, let's, you know, do what needs to be done and then get out. I don't generally spend long times in the shower. If I'm doing an everything shower, then yeah, it'll take a little bit, but if I'm doing a normal shower, then no, I don't spend a lot of time in there. Just get in, wash, have maybe 5 minutes to think about the most completely random things on the planet, and then get out. You know, I do spend some time in there thinking, but I believe that I am one of the quickest showerers in the house I live in now. I do live with 7 other people, so it is like there's so many people here, and you know, you can hear when the shower gets turned on and how long it's on for, so, you know, I do think I am usually quicker. Because there are people here who have showers for like 40 minutes at least. Several people here, not all of them, but I could say comfortably 3 people who regularly shower for 40 minutes. But thankfully, I've never not had hot water. Which is fantastic, you know. I've lived in places where the hot water is very dodgy, and that's not nice. So I always made sure to be one of the first people to shower. And again, because I'm a quick shower, like I'm quick in the shower, I wash myself. I don't spend 40 minutes in there. I would never use up all the hot water. And usually the people who would use up all the hot water would be the people who did shower really, really long, but they would shower later, which means they would get out of the shower to not get cold, which means they were taking shorter showers. Now, I understand some people do like long showers and it can be really relaxing, or they, like, you know, they really like to have a full routine in there, and maybe they use like different soaps and face washes and yada yada. And you know what, if that's what you do, fantastic. I'm not gonna stop you. I just want to make sure that I have enough hot water for when I shower. That's all. But yeah, it's not always the easiest when, yeah, you do live with a bajillion other people. So yeah, that's yeah, kind of that. I don't really know what else to add to that. Basically, long story short, I love the bath that's in this new pack. That's how this whole rant came about. I think it's a beautiful bath, and I would love, especially if it was stone, I'd love to have a bath like that. I think, yeah, my fear of baths would be greatly reduced for a stone bath, and I think it would be absolutely wonderful. You know what I would do? I would get a candle, just one. Still kind of scared of candles after having one explode into flames. But I would have a candle, and I would have probably some soft, like, you know that I don't know how to explain it, but like that music they sometimes play in like yoga studios and spas and stuff like that. that's very much just like very calming and relaxing. I don't always subscribe to that music. I don't always feel relaxed by it. I sometimes feel a bit like, oh, this is weird. But I feel like in that moment it's a very appropriate use of that music. So I would have that, and then maybe like some carrot and some dip. And I would eat the dip while relaxing in the bath. I think that would be nice. I don't know, there's just sometimes you need to treat yourself. Sometimes you just need to have a moment where you just go, you know what, everyone else go away. I am relaxing, I am doing my own thing, I'm gonna, just chill and take care of myself for 5 minutes. I mean, I wouldn't just sit in the bath for 5 minutes, but, maybe half an hour, just sit there, relax, and then, get up and keep going with your day. I think that would be super relaxing. So, yeah, you know what? Maybe if I do have a bath that is not the weird plasticky bath material, maybe I will. Maybe I'll give that a go and just try and have a zen moment to myself. I don't know. Let me know. What are the things you do to help you feel relaxed and zen? Because at the moment, the things I do basically take a nap. I spend time with my cat and play with her. I love her so much. She does this. I have a storage cube in my room, in this office, and she uses it as a scratching post. And it's the one piece of furniture she's allowed to. She does have scratching posts outside this room, but I know that she feels comfortable in here, so I let her have it. It's such a cheap fabric storage cube that really doesn't, like, I don't care if she rips it up, and it stops her from scratching the other furniture, which is good. But I know that when she's scratching it and she lays down, it's playtime. Oh, it is playtime. And she goes absolutely insane. She goes back to being this little kitten and just attacking the toy, and like, oh, she has so much fun. And it makes me feel so much better, so much more relaxed. Just to see this little creature absolutely trying to decimate this little octopus on a string. And I think I'm going to have to get her a new one soon, because she's about to decimate it. She's about to win the battle. And while I'm there, I might get her a few other toys. There's, when I was growing up, I've had other cats in my life, and one of them really loved this mouse toy, and if you grabbed it by the tail and swung it around and threw it, she would chase it and bring it back to you, and she'd play fetch, and no one taught her how to do that. She just did it, and I love that. And I'm hoping that if I get some toys like that, because Macy did get to meet that cat when she was quite young, when Macy was young and that cat was quite old, and so she's seen it. She's seen what it's like, and I'm wondering if that, if I have toys like this, that she will maybe play fetch as well. And if she doesn't, that's fine, because she can still play with it in her own way, in whatever way that makes her comfortable, and whatever way she wants to. So, yeah. I do have other toys for her, but she's just never been interested in them, and the dogs who I live with kind of take them. She's never shown interest in them, and just, she's not interested in them. The dogs show interest, so it's like, okay, well, I guess they can have them. But I'm thinking about getting her some, like, puzzle toys as well, where she has to kind of figure out the puzzle to get to the treats or whatever. Because, she really does enjoy her treats. I don't give them to her often, because she gets fed enough. She tries to convince me otherwise, but I know for sure she gets fed enough, because I'm the one feeding her. But yeah, she absolutely goes ham for those treats. I don't know, I can call her inside by just shaking the bag. And it's the same with her wet food. Same thing, if I shake the little wet food pouch, she'll come running inside instantly. Which is kind of how I call her inside when I can't find her. When I can't see her. Like, when it's dark outside, she just blends in. Sometimes during the day, I'll be looking out there and I'm like, Macy, like, where are you, Macy? And she's right in front of me. Like, she's right there. You would think that a cat with, you know, lots of browns and oranges and like very brightly coloured. She's not obviously orange, but she has an orange tint to her coat. And there's lots of like browns and dark browns on her coat as well. And yeah, like you'd think that those colours would stick out in green grass. You're like, oh, there's a brown lump in the middle of the green grass. But no, she blends in. I don't know how she does it, but she just blends into green grass. And I love it. I think it's absolutely hilarious that I could be standing there calling her and she's there right in front of me. Like, I I don't know how I miss her so much. Like, if there's certain parts of the grass that if she's laying in, I can see her because she's right there and it's like out in the open. But other times, my roommates have to point her out to me, and they're like, yeah, I didn't see her at first either, but she's right there, and it's hilarious. I think it's so funny that I can do that and not see her, like, at all. Which, yeah, like, I love her. She's the cutest little creature on the entire planet. But anyway, I could sit here all day talking about her and how much I love her, but we are pretty much at the end of this build now. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts down below on this build, if you think it matches the Pokemon or not. And if you want to see more stuff like this, I come out with a new video every single day, so if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. The only times that I don't come out with videos are the last couple of days of February. I only do 26 builds in February, but yeah, every other month I do a build a day. So yeah, if you want to see more stuff like that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.